So my name's Dominic. I'm 25 years old. I grew up in Lismore on the far north coast of New South Wales, and I now live in Armidale, New South Wales, where I work as a lecturer in quantitative genetics and genomics at the University of New England. So when I was in high school, I didn't study agriculture. What I did study during my HSE was physics, chemistry and biology, as well as 3-unit maths and English. And through that time, I found that I really enjoyed studying the science units. So that led me into doing a Bachelor of Science at the University of New England. And so when I did a Bachelor of Science, you have lots of freedom to pick what's interesting to you. And I found that genetics was really interesting to me, and in particular, how genetics can be applied to agriculture production. So that led me down the track of doing an honours project, and then basically into my first job, which was a PhD project. So in a PhD project, I was paid $43,000 a year, and it's as a scholarship, so you don't get any superannuation. And then following on from that, I've started a job as a lecturer, and in that I get paid approximately $100,000 a year and get 17% super. So in my job as a lecturer, I spend about half my time conducting research, and then the other half doing teaching and lecturing. In my research, it's mostly focused on looking at ways we can improve our understanding of how we can utilize genetic variation to help solve issues facing agriculture and society more broadly. So the UNE campus where I work at is set in a rural location in Armidale. Most of my work is inside the office, crunching numbers and teaching, but there's still lots of opportunity to get out and get into the field and get your hands dirty. During my PhD, the job was almost entirely working by myself, but now as a lecturer, it's much more about working with colleagues and collaborating on research projects, as well as working with students and teaching. So I get to do lots of travel in this job. Last month, I was in Indonesia, traveling across the country, looking at various livestock production facilities. And then in the month before that, I was in Perth at a conference. So there's lots of opportunities to travel, which is a great part of this job. The best aspect, I think, though, is the freedom that you have to be creative and have ideas about things that we can do to solve problems facing agriculture from a genetics point of view, and then put these ideas to the test, and in the end, have solutions that have a really positive impact on agriculture and society more broadly.